For more on this, we go to former U.S. diplomat Jim Jatras. Thanks for joining us, Jim. Jim, what are the implications and the impact of the Trump administration walking back its commitment from 2 international agreements today?
Well, look, let's start with this treaty of amity. I think it stands to reason there is no amity between the United States and Iran these days. The particular decision had to do with maintenance of civil aircraft in Iran, and I think the thinking of the administration is full court press, do everything possible to crush Iran's economy, to make life hard for the Iranian people. Hey, if their planes fall out of the sky because they're not maintained, that's all to the good, because eventually they'll all rise up and bring down the Ayatollah's regime. That evidently is their theory. I don't think it's a very good theory, but that seems to be the way they're approaching this.
Well, do you think John Bolton and others that are surrounding the president are also considering that Iran might have their own allies that might back them up, that they're not the same as North Korea, that you can't use the same sort of tactics you've used with other countries as you can with Iran, because Iran does have allies?
Oh, they do, and the allies are particularly Russia and China. I mean, you can't sneeze.
Very
those,
powerful allies.
Very, very powerful allies. Look, I think some people, including me, had a little hope of optimism when all this harsh rhetoric about Iran started a few months ago. Well, it's been going on for some time, that it was kind of a replay of Little Rocket Man and all that bluster, and before you know it, they were billing and cooing in Singapore together. I don't expect that with Iran. Unlike Korea, where our closest ally, South Korea, wanted to patch things up, wanted to move things forward. In the Middle East, we've got Israel, we've got Saudi Arabia, we've got the Gulf states. They all want us to take Iran out for them. And it looks to me like the people in this administration are inclined in that direction.
Okay, well, how important do you think the decision of the Court of Hague was today?
I don't think the decision itself was all that important. I can't really opine on whether their jurisdiction was correct, whether the reading of the treaty was correct, but I think what it shows the politics of it, that the administration knows what it wants to do, and if the treaty wants to it gets in the way, then to hell with the treaty. That's their approach.
Well, that's a very interesting approach to it. You know, Iran's FM Zarif, the foreign minister, actually criticized the U.S. decision to withdraw from this treaty. What is the U.S.'s ultimate end game with Iran right now?
Oh, I think there's no question the ultimate end game is regime change, and you see sometimes pro forma denials that that's the policy, but then you see them saying things that pretty much amount to the same thing, that essentially Iran has to change its behavior utterly and really convert itself into a different government than what it has now, something no government is ever going to do. Not by the way, what we're demanding from North Korea. From North Korea, we're demanding denuclearization. We're not addressing the entire range of internal and external policies of the Pyongyang government, but we are with respect to Tehran.
Is there any way to keep the United States from getting more and more involved in this area?
Yeah, that somebody has some common sense and takes a step back, and I certainly hope after this election, Mr. Trump, who I strongly support, fires his national security team and gets some people who agree with that other fellow, Donald Trump, during 2016.
Well, we shall see. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.